The ultimate champion.
Are you the guy from yesterday?
ROW.
Wow.
Simply the heavyweight champion.
A younger one in history.
Just a few of them.
Two of the nicknames Tyson earned with the power of his fists in the video.
Today, the invitation is to relive the craziest knockouts.
Arranged by Iron.
Mike throughout his tool.
Professional career. Let's travel to the
Long decades to find platform.
Tragic
of the
everyone.
biggest
Well,
ones.
there are erupted a lot of ones.
Many of them do not surpass.
But at the brand of the
First round.
Ready to relive the story? Here we go.
Bonus. Boy.
Tyson versus Robert.
Ramos.
1985. Tyson's
the
man was
name,
already causing a stir.
With his record.
9 professional goals.
Undefeated victories by knockouts. He seemed to be ticking names off a list of victims. And the next was Robert Colay,
whose record stood at 14 victories, 8 of them by
by
knockout.
knockout, 5 losses and 1 draw. On October 25th.
Subtitles by the Amara.org community.
Reporting from Atlantic City's Casino, New Jersey. See you next time. The story area was the first fight.
Mike scheduled for 8 jumps.
But would last less than 1 saison.
Came out swaying and zigzagging,
And
mostly
launched
powerful blows towards
up. Meanwhile, Colay looked to maintain
the distance.
and throw some wide and long hooks.
And 5 to 10.
A left hook.
Floyd Tyson sent Holly forcefully onto his back.
20
Watch closely.
seconds into the fight.
You miss with that, not with that. And honestly, Colay is being an
All right.
Recently, Chloe fought to stand
Standing
up.
by the count of 9. Yet it was evident
Who
that
had been seriously injured.
So Deadpeak, the referee, stopped the fight with 37 seconds left.
It was the second fastest
In the
knockout.
Iron-made professional career, Mike Tyson vs. Tani Taps. In 88, Tyson against Tani, addressing
Crusomaris.com.
everyone present at the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo.
Dirt
Constructed
on the
contest to
Tony
contract.
Tops.
Mike was already the undisputed
Later-day Saints of
heavyweight
Belly.
champion. And this was the
by the
third
defense
What
of
did you
the
work this in?
International Federation.
boxing, the 5th of the World Boxing Association title, and the
From the
6th
title of the
a
advice.
day of boxing. His record remains spotless. 33 wins,
129.
of them by knockouts. That's why it happened to us.
Do you understand
March
me?
21st.
So,
They weren't a surprise in the first round.
At the top, put in the camper.
Back and
Take
hit
his.
and mitigated the champion's attacks with jabs and broken combinations.
quick ones.
Now it doesn't seem that way.
But the challenge.
Wobbly
He
spectator.
rarely moved while fighting flat-footed in the second round.
He thought very similarly to the first time, but
For a
it
moment,
never
Tubbs
varies the
managed to hold
same.
his ground while Tyson pressed him.
Really, their hits were incapable.
Moves to stop the champion. As the episode neared its end, Tyson's punches began to show their effect. Myers caught Chubbs against the ropes, sinking him under a succession.
Off hooks over there.
But at his peak, undoubtedly, Tops was injured. He attempted
Toy
the height,
starter.
throwing a combination.
But it was his desperation that led him to
exposed. Tyson attacked by throwing a left hook at
be
Catrapot.
Tops right.
He buffed his right eye. No Tops was staggering as he tried to walk. It was a fateful dance until we fell on our backs on the mat.
and show.
Movement to the corner. Arthur Marquand, the referee.
Holy cow.
While Tops's blood stained the mat. Mike Tyson versus Alfonso.
Raffle.
Another fighter who couldn't last past 2 rounds against Iron Mike. It was Alfonso Ramos for September 6, 1986.
Spinx on the undercard of Michael Spinx versus Stephen Tang.
CC by Antarctica Films.
Heavyweight
Argentina.
division's #1 contender by the association.
I have to
Won
believe
the
it.
second one.
By the World Peace
The
Council.
Boxeo Ratliff for
Well,
Kupap.
20 for today with 6.
Boxing Day. Is it at 2 p.m.?
Tyson's fight against the former world champion.
Hi, how are you?
He
In peace.
won and lost the cruiserweight title from the World Boxing Council.
In 1985, making his debut in Las Vegas at the Reynolds Hilton Center,
Mike
Ayrton.
wouldn't hesitate to go to.
Tyson was chasing after his
Ratliff
head.
dominated the entire first round, then landed early in the second with a fierce left hook.
That sent him to the mat. Terror Raptor stood up at the count. Just for Tyson to pounce on once again.
Moldasia is going to keep
A
hitting.
burst while Ruffle tried to escape along the ropes.
Our right hook shook Ratliff again.
Hit by a series of punches. Down with a left hook.
Vara the Excampa.
Zid
Zid fell to all fours. So J. Pearl, the referee, would have to withdraw off your fight without even starting the safety count. Mike Tyson versus Clifford T.
Moving on to a new
Me
champion.
on
February 22nd, 2003.
Clifford Chen's judgment day arrived, although he was already doomed to a fatal end.
Suda Toto. The fight against the
Of
heavyweight
the
champion.
World Boxing Council and the International Boxing Federation, Lennox Lewis.
So you better fight back. Fight him so he won't cross the line. Just want him to stop coughing.
In what would result in his last title fight, Lewis managed to overcome him completely, dominating the judges' scorecards from the second round.
Hey,
Mike
Barb.
had been knocked out in the 8th round.
And many
His
more.
opponents including Tim.
They thought you were.
It's time to kick someone while they are down. But in the ring at the Memphis, Tennessee Pyramid, Mike achieved one of the most incredible comebacks in history. Tyson started the fight aggressively, throwing powerful combinations at Tian. This caused Tian to cling to Tyson. Although the combined momentum of both fighters, he made them stumble. So the referee called a timeout to let them regroup. It seemed like everything that could go wrong was going wrong, until the fight resumed. Tyson threw heavy punches at Tian, but none landed on his body. Tian quickly responded, throwing several blows that hit
Betting
him.
didn't hurt you at
For
all.
the hold after being separated.
Executed a left jab combination.
And right hand.
He responded with a left
That's where it
hook,
got
followed
fixed.
by a strong right.
He sent him to the ground.
Laying on his back, making
Sonic.
no effort to get back up while
I see close.
Yes, the referee was counting. Yes, the exam.
Dario Maitazon was rising from the ashes with a knockout
Masses.
victory just 49 seconds into
First round.
Mike Tyson.
Straight. Boom. Just like the one Freddie Roach was working on. Now you've hit a lot of people,
Mike Tyson versus Carl Williams. Carl Williams has a lot in common with Clifford Yen, if you look at it that way. That is to say, neither of them made it past the first round when facing the Great Iron Mike. Williams's misfortune occurred on July 21st, 1989, in the ring at the Atlantic City Convention Center, New Jersey. Tyson was defending his world heavyweight title for the second time in front of the Ring magazine. Friday, before the International Boxing Federation.
Oh, go crazy!
World Boxing Succession and Ninth
Before the World Council.
Boxing match was the second time
William fought for the World Peace Championship.
heavyweight with a clean record of 15 wins.
He faced the
Holmes in May of '85, losing by unanimous decision in 15 rounds. This time, he wouldn't have to wait so long to find out the outcome. At first,
Julian
the clear
mostró
strategy. Work behind his left jab and hit the champion every chance he got.
What the hell are you doing? What Christ of Latter-day Saints?
1 minute and 15 seconds.
seconds after the fight started.
Williams
A
Colay.
strong left jab.
When he went to throw another, Jason dodged the blow, moving his head to the left and
See, he
countered.
landed a left hook that crashed against the jaw.
Williams is down. The challenger has hit the canvas.
Brandon
The referee. With
up to wait before coming
Ellie
back.
would get up, but Dallo knew he had to
The
have the fight.
broadcasts.
John from Newman. Whatever says see.
The desperate woman was challenged by Williams and booed by Bob.
the audience, even whalers tried.
Time to send the
From
result.
the fight
To no competition.
but his request.
It was denied,
Or
David.
from Mike, it was unquestionable.
Love Partisan versus Franza Botta. Just before the new millennium, on January 16, 1999, Tyson Media Forces bought his avatar. For that fight that took place over the Randall MG in Grand Las Vegas, Mike was trained by Tommy Brooks. Boza was Tyson's first opponent after his controversial second match with Evander Holyfield, which took place in June 1997.
Mike was suspended for a whole year remaining.
Out of the friends of
he
the
ran for a year and a half
Face
before.
Botta, far from his smooth,
Always checking out
ready,
the butts.
Iron Knight returned.
To show why was he the best.
Inside the ring, the fight saw voting up front.
With all cards
The secret.
connected, everything was amazing.
Now that the contest is over, while Botta advanced to attack,
Tyson surprised us with a right hook.
Voting turned out
I
serious.
found out and couldn't beat the count.
For history, a true stage, so
Pisquam.
Tarnevan.
Despite 2 attempts without success in either, Tyson eventually attended
About the
after
referral.
this help.
Behind the bell. You give power.
He knew the end. Despite this surprising ending, at the press conference after the fight, Mike said he rusty.
There it is. Look at the body. He becomes the body in this hit. Here is his activity.
He's honest. Both are mine.
Mike Tyson versus Michael Johnson. And from his rusty phase, we jump to brand new.
With a record
The
of
7
just
victories, all by knockout. On September 5th, 1985, the destined-to-be Great Iron Mike faced Michael Johnson. This event took place in the ring at Atlantic's Old Talent Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and Johnsonville.
as he entered with a record of
2-4 in his last 6 fights, where each loss was by knockout. Maybe.
voting for a match
Machine
between
just
a
taken
real
out of the phone.
knockout doesn't work.
It was the best idea to boost his career.
These fighters have a nasty
Only 20 had
And
passed
3 seconds into the fight.
from when a powerful left hook
Corpse. I'm sending Johnson to the donut.
I'm glad you pointed it out because down he goes.
Great bravery, he got up at the count of 3.
after resuming the fight.
it's a Venezuela.
He threw a big right hand.
He hit Johnson in the jaw and instantly sent him to jail.
Tanya Mendelalona.
Once again.
All right, here it comes.
There's
Get
the left
It
foot.
can go well.
To the body with the right arm. It was just the left foot. Here it comes. Wow.
I'll tell you, Michael.
After this tragic repetition, Frank Cappuccino, the referee, stopped the fight without even bothering to start the safety count. Johnson remained in the frame momentarily before he needed assistance to sit on a stool. Mike Tyson versus Buster Maris Jr. Another crazy knockout.
Your
December
thumb.
16, 1995, over the Kingdom of the Core State Spectrum. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Home me.
Being one of the few in history to have brought down the
Mike
great
Tyson. But his plans are
were
evident through his
frustrated.
very presence.
Presumption of
The
innocence.
absence was the title given to this bout. Nonetheless, Ayrton's victory.
Mike, it wouldn't be a present.
No usage at all. From the start of the fight, Tyson appeared dominant.
Salto Buster tried to match his opponent.
However,
His offensive attempts were neutralized
by the
Big
green
miss.
strike from the Iron Boy.
He managed to survive 2 episodes
Finally
until
claiming it as he said it.
claimed what was his head. In the third round, Maris was knocked down and did not beat the safety count. Mike Tyson versus Lorenzo Boyd. Almost 10 years earlier, who did not beat Tyson's security count in the second round? It was Lorenzo Boyd, with a record of 23 victories, 21 of them by knockout, no defeats. Let's go! With only 16 wins and 5 losses, he dared to challenge Mike. Raindell Stevens by Lothar Lake of Goyes.
York, July 11th, 86.
Boyd's blood sealed his defeat. With just the first blow from Tyson.
He broke the
Nose to nose. Tyson kept hitting the boy with
right hooks to the body.
Watching.
All just setting up something.
Usual in watching tapes of Mike Tyson. So many times he falls off balance.
It was
Probably
no surprise when Mike closed
The
in.
evening with a strong right hook to the body, culminating.
With a clean right hook under the chin, right?
This technology acted to send Boyda to the ground.
Falling backward.
Right uppercut to the body by Tyson. Again, a double right hand to the body and a spin
This is
down.
it, Ruben Stein.
Fry, can you bring this
Right
sheet?
before
Finish the fight with Void.
Still down on the canvas. Hopefully Dyson is away.
Cuentro was considered in his preparation to
For
face
Marvis Fraser on July 26th. But for Boyd, it ended with nothing more than a broken nose.
I mean, the body just about collapses in there. It's the tremendous leverage.
Mike Tyson versus Marvis Bray.
Jack,
That we mentioned
it's
it
impossible not to jump.
on July 26, 1986. A historic night where Tyson climbed into the ring at the Glens Falls Civic Center in New York to face Marvis Fraser.
Does Fraser
record of 16 victories.
7 of
By
them
knockout
and
defeat,
one of
he had to face an undefeated Iron Mike with 24 wins.
22 of them. By knockout, the fight happened.
It was planned to last for 10
Jumping.
years, but the truth.
It didn't even last a minute. That isn't.
Devastating right hook to not loosen up. 20 seconds into the quarantine.
Bout after the starting bell, the fighters.
They found them in the middle of the net.
And one more time.
Yes, Tyson didn't lose.
It was time to surprise Fraser with an abominable right hand. He
Randall
kept
Fraser to
pressuring
go
him
to-
the ropes where he hit him.
with a terrible hook that threw him to the ground mercilessly.
Zalgonia. Joey Cortez, the referee, gave Fraser the benefit of the doubt, counting to 5 before calling the end of the fight. This was Fraser's second knockout defeat of his career. The first one was against Larry Holmes, also in the first round.
Nothing to worry about anymore.
The sub-victory, Jim Jacobs, Tyson's manager, confirmed that conversations had already begun to face him.
Tell me
Same with Larry Holmes, but we still have a way to go.
To get to the moment when these two, they were finally found.
Mike Tyson versus Sample Burby. Entering the club.
And of the fighters who advanced
I made it to the second round against Tyson.
Hey, please.
Barbic got his membership back
tragic defeat
until November 22nd, 1986. At the Rindle Hotel Hilton in Las Vegas, Nevada tonight.
He's a knockout god who didn't make it.
Smell history. He did it. History.
Defeated in his professional career with 27 wins.
During the first round,
You are acting like a challenger to
a
the
hungry for
Welcome to the
revenge
title
on
champion
the
of-
street.
That
Council heavyweight big
Why?
mouth puppet wasn't intimidated. The damage in the second episode started with Tyson throwing Barbic to the canvas.
with a series of blows that ended with a...
Green left hook fell on his back to the mat.
He got up
And
quickly.
told Miss Lane, the referee,
Oh, it good.
to continue the fight. Even so, it wasn't quite right.
Beachback
Or
International.
hold Tyson in clinches to slow down the offensive aggression. But the strategy failed. His helplessness led him to...
I'm going to hit Tyson during a break, which earned him a clear warning from the ref.
Here. This provocation probably hastened his end. At the end of the episode, a left hook.
So Tyson landed as the city.
He and the barmaid, experiencing a reaction.
It would be late. Was Barbic fell onto the
From
sea.
his pants there, the champion tried to recover.
He weighed
but
towards the ropes,
from
surrounded.
his corner, and fell. His arms were flailing as he tried to straighten up. He staggered back to where he originally...
I almost fell for you.
Enjoy the break.
And fell on my
Didn't
skin
get
once
back
more.
up, but stumbled towards a neutral corner. By then, Lane's count had reached 9. Barrick tried to keep fighting.
Do you remember
but
that?
didn't pass Lane's security check. Who hugged him, signaling the end of the match.
With this victory,
Who wouldn't fit?
Tyson became the heavyweight champion.
Youngest in history. Mike Tyson versus Larry Holmes. A promise is a promise. We finally reached January 22nd, 1988.
The night Mike Tyson met Mary Holmes
Sometimes maybe they're more
watching the
ordinary.
Atlantic City Convention Center in New Jersey.
Here is the new champion. Here is the new champion. Here is the new champion.
Thanks for watching the
It
video.
was the second
Those
defense.
details are for the International Boxing Federation heavyweight title.
Fourth
for the
one.
heavyweight title of the World Boxing Association.
And,
Next for the title of
Heavyweight
Well,
of the council.
boxing championship as expected.
Tyson was the big favorite.
Got
right?
any bets to
8.
1? Even so,
Nothing could prevent
the events of that night.
Tyson is the undisputed
the
champion.
attacker throughout the
Fight.
but
It was until the fourth jump, which ended with Holmes. With a powerful right, Tyson put Holmes in serious trouble,
Rechazo landed right on the chin of the striking
causing
face.
him to fall onto the seat of his trunk in Tyson's corner. By the count of 4, Holmes was standing.
Oh, hold them!
Tie the ropes while I
You
cut.
all used to give him
The
gifts.
count to 8. Holmes had to shake his head a couple of times to clear his thoughts, but Tyson was already coming at him again, and Mike Pollard left right back
Careful to open.
Holmes and deliver the final blow. A big right from Tyson sent Holmes to the ropes where he fell
Keep
again.
drinking that cheap rum. Oh, what a great rum.
Maybe he would stand by the count of 5. Tyson seemed to decide.
To end the fight
He
whenever
resumed. The Zoya landed abruptly.
it's on Holmes' territory, making
Bravo.
some recall the challenger's head falling backward.
After the brutality of this massacre, I already
He
saw.
made the king's assistant scream, asking for the fight.
Stop it already. Even so, Cortez let her continue. Holmes stepped back, but Tyson chased him. Fire.
Another strong right stopped Holmes dead in his tracks, sending him falling on his back to the mat.
It was at that moment when he cut.
So, he ended the opposition.
Store later. From this catastrophic defeat, Holmes did not fight for more than 3 years. Even so, he returned in 1991 and kept fighting in professional rings until 2002. Mike Tyson, Betasus, Michael S. Pigs. There's no doubt 88 was a great year for Iron Mike. Unfortunately, Michael Spinx can't say the same. On June 27th, at the Rendell Convention Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey, it was his turn to feel the champion's fury.
$13.5 billion
Spinx
guaranteed.
wanted the titles from the World Boxing Council, the World Boxing Association, and the International Boxing Federation that Tyson held. Tyson needed to steal Spin,
Exactly.
the heavyweight title from the Ring magazine, to complete all the gems. On to be the undisputed champion, the Quai-Sonsi. A fight for the history books. It was announced as once and for all. It became the most important event of the year. Both fighters entered the ring undefeated. His reign would inevitably come to an end. Spinx had been warned not to get too close to Tyson. But from the start of the bout, he seemed more interested in wrapping him in his arms to escape his fury. After Frank Cappuccino's first hold on the referee, he approached and saw one of the laces of Tyson Apuche's glove.
And he pressed down hard against her throat.
Spinx.
And
At
that
one point, Spinx received an elbow or an arrow from the champion. Moments later,
Spinx tried to retreat, but Tyson anticipated it.
sending his head back
with a
the
power
left hook. Spinx couldn't react to the
when
impact
a right hook cut through
and twisted
No, it didn't catch just right.
beneath your heart.
Spinx ready to mix it up with him. Ice along the ropes, doing damage.
Like, who approaches
Bote
her?
a monarch eye on one knee. Michael Spinx had fallen because
First time in more than 30 professional fights.
Alright?
Of course.
Cappuccino assured everyone he was fine to continue the fight when
Look his face.
Tyson take
Spinx tried to neutralize it with a right hook.
soccer.
Turned out too mild in life.
Given with great slowness, right?
So when you
It's a horrifying shot.
with a left hook at shoulder height above the insecure right hand,
That there was the
thinking about his opponent,
the drive of his own
Spinx punch made his head move forward and down, just as another right from Tyson hit him.
bring it
You will find the link in the
From
description.
a waist-high arch to the
It
back.
happened right.
Spinx is drawing the following
It
morning.
was
said in the sports press that no man could have withstood it. And that was it.
During these 3 years and a half, they created a generational show, and it goes up even more. Thanks for watching.
Spinx's eyes rolled back.
As I
You want to
sigh, I
start?
go shaking.
The champion fell backward with arms outstretched. On
for,
the drop and in the safety count. And Spinx tried to stand up but only managed to crash onto the right side of his body.
By the time the cappuccino arrived,
Spinx's head was resting against the bottom rope. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. Remember, there's no better way to support my content than by leaving your like on the video. What other crazy knockout do you think I should include in the second part of this series? Speak,
Oral?
in
What?
the comments
Goodbye.